Hey everyone, thanks for joining my video I'll be doing today on VeChain. So far today I'm on a little bit of a roll. It's been a while. I did a Chainlink video earlier, I did a Bitcoin video earlier, and now I'll be doing a VeChain for all of the VeChain army guys out there. Of course, before I get started, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm giving my opinion on the market. And this is really to be used for educational purposes only, and you're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and so let's go ahead and get started. So I did a video, it's been a few days now, taking a look here at VeChain. A lot has transpired since then. We've broken a pretty major trend line in VeChain right now. I'm currently not invested in VeChain, and it's actually not one that I'm interested in trading at the moment, but I do know that there is some interest in this. So let's take a look at some of these potential levels to pay attention to here. So I've got my first channel right here, as we can see. We've got, one touch up here on the upper. We've got several down here on the lower, 1, 2, 3. Technically, we've got a fourth touch down here as well. So lots of touches on the lower down here. And it looked like we were going to start getting some support, but we've fallen through that. So when we were inside of this channel, I was kind of expecting a move up here, potentially to this median at least, but we haven't gotten up there, and that's kind of concerning. Trying to get up there to the 6,900 to 7,000 range, haven't done that. Excuse me. And we have fallen. We're seeing some reaction here at the 618. And this is an extension. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, let me just kind of get a little deeper here. What I'm seeing here is a little concerning, because what this looks like. It looks like a 1 and a 2 and working on a 3 and then a 4. This looks like a 5-wave structure. Okay, so this does look a little bit like a 5-wave structure, which is concerning to me. And let me pull up my fib retrace here. If this was the top of our 2, and we go down here to the bottom of our 3, our target would be right here at about 5,500, and it looks like we bottomed out right here at about 5,464. So we did hit our target pretty well. When we came back on our wave 4, we went just beyond the 382. Didn't quite get to the 50. So, this is a good zone for a pullback on a 4. So, if we see this as going from here, a 1, 2, and then a 3, and then a 4, and then we're coming down for the 5, this is not a bullish formation at all in any way, shape, or form. But I do think that we do have some uptrend to go from here. Now, if we're going to measure that, let's go from the top, which is sitting right up here at 65.80 or so, coming down here to the bottom where we bottomed out, right around 54.60. I'm going to be expecting a pullback, and it's going to be in an ABC corrective fashion. Chances are pretty good we're going to come up here, A, and then we're going to come back down, maybe test this down here, and then we're going to come up here for the C. Chances are pretty good we're going to come up here to the 50. I hope we make it up to the 50 and not stop at the 382, because that would show extreme weakness. This bottom trend line is going to be resistance. Okay, so it could be, this is just an example. We do the A, we do the B, and then our C is going to be something that takes much longer. I'm on an hourly chart. This would go all the way to January 30th. So if we do something like this, let me pull this out a little bit farther. Let's just assume it takes a little bit more time. And then basically what that would mean is we're going to be doing like an A, B, C, and then an A, B, C, and then an A and a B and a C, getting us up there to the 50. Okay, I'm really going to be expecting a move up to the 50. If we go beyond that, if we can penetrate this green trend line, that would be very, very good. That would be a bullish move. Right now, this is not looking super bullish right now. I do expect there to be a bounce here, as I've already explained in my other two videos. I expected a bounce on Chainlink. It seems to be doing fairly well. I expected a bounce on Bitcoin. It's doing okay. VeChain, I suppose I would expect about the similar experience here as well. And again, taking a look at our stochastics, is same thing as some of the others. Our hourly's way down here, the 3 hours way down here, the 12 hours down here. All of our major stochastics that we pay attention to are all down here at the very bottom. So we would expect there to be a little bit of a relief in this zone. But we're gonna have to start seeing some bullish momentum out of this. Otherwise, this is just going to be a bearish correction and then a continuation. And really, what we would be looking for is a more pronounced move to the downside. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as it looks like it is, we're going to be in it for a 3-wave correction, and then we're going to be taking a look. If we come back to that line, this trend line right here, okay? So if we come back right here, just shy of 6,000, if we fail to break 6,000, we are going to go down potentially to 4,200. And that is, this is not good. That would mean that this is not an ABC, but really what this would, be looking to me as is a WXY. We're putting in the longer X here, and then we're going to go in for the Z. So let's just put in the alternate count that we have to pay attention to. So from up here, we've got our W, and we've got our X, and then our Y, and then this would be the X up here, and then we're going to be going down for the Z, which it's probably going to go farther than the 1618. It may actually go all the way down here to 3,000. We'll kind of wait and see. I'm not going to scare too many people right now, but nonetheless, this does look like maybe a 5, a 3, and then a 5, because this looks very impulsive right here. This looks very impulsive right here, and this looks very corrective. So I'll try and dig a count out of this, but this looks like a 5, 3, 5 into this X. And now we're going to be taking a look at a potential 1, 2, 3 out of that channel, 4, and then 5 down, down much further. And that would be enough to scare a lot of people out of the market. We're taking a look basically at the end of March for that to happen. And for reasons that I won't go into, that would actually be very, very good as far as accumulating VeChain all the way down there at those levels. Now, of course, technical analysis isn't a crystal ball. We have to take things, one day at a time, in this case, 1 hour at a time. And although I do expect there to be a bounce here, we're already starting to see signs of it, we have to overtake 55.50. Okay, so we talk about, flipping support and resistance levels. This is a support and resistance level right here. We've got to break that. Another support level that we're going to have to overtake is going to be this one. We're going to put it approximately right here. Okay, this is going to be pretty important for us to break through. And, as you can see, I'm kind of expecting this to be our first resistance. And that's going to be at about 57.50, somewhere in that range. Because, with this, what I can see is we see lots of support and resistance right here. We see also support here. We see support here for many times. And then we continue to see support throughout this. We see attempted support and then failure. So now I would expect for this to just make its way up there and get that failure before it makes another test at it, and then we get another failure up there. Let's see here, let's get that on there because I'll show the significance behind this level. This level right here is likely going to be where we stop. I'm assuming this is where we stop. And again, it's going to be just shy of 6,000. And one more time, we see lots of support and resistance clustering here. So here's our support, and then we have resistance. And my guess is if we're able to make our way back up there to 6,000, likely that's going to be resistance as well. And then we're going to be seeing a turn to the downside. Okay. That's my thoughts on VeChain right now. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to throw in some comments in the YouTube chat. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you're not a part of our Discord, just throw in a comment. I'll get an invite code out for you. But again, I'm always happy to help if there's any questions that you have. And I do appreciate you watching. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening. Take care, everyone.